people will live unnatural lifestyle and be sick, and they are talking of being spiritual. Our suffering is proportional to our false identity. The external things we call treatment. There is a difference between treatment and healing. Healing is from inside. Treatment is from outside. Medication means you have deviated from natural. If there is no toxicity in your body, no toxic in your body at all, let mosquitoes bite you like anything.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen to you. Basic human challenge is the feeling of. If a person understands the truth, you can simply send energy and it's receptive. That is what we call faith. The secret is simple. I'm here to teach the real cause of human tragedy that we call ailment.
Good evening again, beloved brothers and sisters. Welcome to Jan Cosmic Foundation. And today is another wonderful day. We are looking at the second edition of healing. We did the first edition last week. And this week we are going to look more into some of the symptoms, some of the signs that we see on our body, so that doctor will help us with some preventive methods or maybe some natural cures or whatever it is. We are not going to impose here. We are going to be receptive because we want the Great Spirit to give us what we actually need. Yes, not what the lower mind is looking for. And so he's also having lots of healing techniques. The nyenya, the water day, the coconut water. There are a whole lot of things doctor can teach us. But I'm saying today, let's be open so that we will get the right things from the Great Spirit. Good evening, doctor.
Fine evening.
I hope you are good.
I'm good.
Thank you very much for last week. We had a wonderful time with the first edition of the healing. And this week, we want to look more into some of the simple diseases or symptoms that we have, how we can prevent ourselves from it, and those who are having it, how they can cure some of them with some basic treatment or some basic advices. Doctor, let's start with diabetes.
Yes, diabetes. Yeah. All ailments have something in common. So that one must rise above that.
Okay.
And then from there, any other things become easy to handle.
What are some of the things they have in common?
Yes. All ailments means some kind of blockage
Okay.
of higher frequencies that are descending. So higher frequencies are descending all the way to the last point, which is the physical. So it passes through different layers, different frequencies, and finally it ends with the physical side.
Okay.
Now, if it in the coming down, if it doesn't encounter any blockages, then it is able to dominate in this field, in this lower side of things.
Okay.
And when it happens like that, there is no preventive thing greater than that. When it's like that, it prevents all other things from happening because it dominates. So once it is dominant through the system, then there's no ailment. There's no room for ailment.
Any ailments.
You see, and so that is a common factor to all ailments. It means some blockage is somewhere. Yeah. And it becomes like the remote cause of all ailments. The hidden cause of all ailments is blockage of higher frequencies, because higher frequencies coming from spirit, they don't have all these other things we call symptoms, and because higher and lower, the feelings it generates, the higher frequency generates, is the feeling of peace, feeling of love, feeling of joy, and it comes down with it. And if there is blockage, it means something opposite to love, something opposite to peace. For example, anxiety, energy, So opposite to joy, like grief, energy, and so on. So it wants to express itself, and when we have stored some of these energies, lower energies, then it's like a kind of friction.
Okay.
It wants to move down, but it has that friction blocking. You see, sometimes people have what we call trauma and all those things. We store something, a kind of frequency that is really very low, and because of that, our energy field is weakened. The energy field that we call aura is weakened. And once you see the weakened aura, it means that person is vulnerable to ailments. You see, so the person is vulnerable. And this age, we have one camera called the aura camera. And when you shoot a person with the aura camera, or you can set it and shoot yourself, it will show your aura. And now, when it shows your aura, if the aura is having challenges, of course, in this generation, most people have the challenges. They've stored lower frequency energies, like emotional energies, and it will show your aura brightness will be sort of not that much appreciable. But then when we go through certain lifestyle, then we are able to unblock. We are able to clear the blockages. And that lifestyle that clears the blockages is what we call natural lifestyle.
Okay.
And unnatural lifestyle blocks, you see. And natural lifestyle sets the blockages free, and then it allows high frequency to descend through our system. High frequency is actually from your very soul, but it takes a background because this covering, and we are yearning to express something in this zone as a role in the drama. We pick a role in the drama, and it's our kind of dream state. And when we want to dominate there, we want to shine there, we want to express fully in the drama, then it requires that we should live a lifestyle that unblocks our channels in the body. Then there can be
Energy flow.
energy flow. Energy flow makes us really free from ailments.
Okay.
So the healing process, lifestyle changes are very important.
Very, very
So when we talk of diabetes, as you said,
yeah, specific. Let's start with some few specific diabetes.
Yes, as you said, diabetes. There are all the times things which allow lower energies to settle in the body, and sugar is one of them. See, certain diets, as I talk of lifestyle changes, certain diets also permit higher frequencies to come down, to pass through easily, whilst certain diets also block, you see. And once you know those things, then you avoid them, or you must be very moderate on them. You see, if you are moderate on them, then somehow the high energy can still pass through. But when we are sort of obsessed with those things which block, then we are not doing good to ourselves. Yes. Oil. I'm talking of diabetes, but I'm talking of oil.
You mentioned sugar first, and then now you are saying oil.
Oil. The problem of sugar is connected to oil. As, that one, people are not aware. When you are taking the sugary food, so much sugar, and it goes side by side with oil, then the tendency for you to have diabetes is really very high. You see, oil, different types of oils, some of them actually block the flow of high energy. And the way we use them, even those which don't block much, how we use them, for example, sometimes we overheat them. If you overheat oils, they are no more natural. I already said natural things permit high frequency to flow. But things which are unnatural block high frequencies. So oils that are overheated block the high frequencies to distribute through your system. So definitely it is not a good thing. Now, when you take such oils...
So palm oil, for instance, our process in making palm oil, we just extract the oil from the palm kernels and we leave there. How is it going to be overheated? I don't know. Is it in the process of cooking or in the process?
In the process of cooking.
Okay.
In the process of cooking, sometimes we are used to appealing things that appeal to our senses, either through our nose when we smell it, then we say, ah, nice. Then also when we hear in our ears, then we say, ah, nice. You see, for example, the oil may be overheated and is actually turning into vapor in the atmosphere, and it enters our nostril, and it's like, wow, this thing is cooking very well. It's going to be sweet.
Not knowing we are overcooking it.
You are overcooking, overheating. And then at the same time, when we put something inside it and it makes that noise, yes, it enters our ears and we say, yeah, something nice is coming out. You know, so we connect. The brain translates these things to be good. So all the time, people don't want to boil the thing and let it be mild. They want to heat it until they can smell it, and they can also hear the sound when they put something inside it. You see? So then their brains are the part of the brain that gives meaning to things. They have connected it. So the meaning is that something tasty is coming out, you see. And it's unfortunate when they
So you
think
should
like
not
that.
overheat too much oils.
Yes. And once you prepare something with it, that kind of unnatural situation with the oil, and at the same time, that same meal, you are taking something that has sugar in it. It is leading to something. So oil in the same meal with sugar is a terrible combination. And people taking like that, it doesn't keep long, they will get diabetes.
Doctor. Well, most of our diet, we can see oil, sugar.
And that is very,
Let me give you an example. For even breakfast, cocoa,
yeah,
kose, or bullfruit, or
yeah,
bread.
yeah. It's a recipe for diabetes. You see,
Wache.
you can take the cocoa maybe with maybe some honey, not much,
Okay.
you see, or molasses,
Okay.
maybe molasses sugar, something like that. But the white sugar is unnatural because the process they have taken it through.
Sucrose.
Yes, they've taken out the molasses. That is, when it is in combination with molasses, it mellows down. So molasses is taken out first, and all the essential things are out of that sucrose or whatever you call it. But then followed by that is the brown sugar. Then finally the white.
Okay.
So for the white is process and process and process, because the first processing you have molasses, second processing molasses sugar, even third is the brown sugar, and then last one is the white. So the white, nothing is inside, it's just deceiving your taste. You know, it just tastes deception. And if somebody is taking the white sugar and it doesn't meet oil in the diet, it takes a little longer before arriving at diabetes. But if it meets oil in the digestive system, then very soon it leads to diabetes. I know most people don't know this particular thing I'm talking about. You see, so if it is the cocoa you are taking, either you don't put sugar in, or if you want to sweeten it, a little bit of honey is much better. The honey is closer to natural than white sugar. And you can also use molasses.
Okay.
Molasses, most people don't know about molasses. It is actually extracted in the processing of white sugar. So the molasses is like more natural, you see. And the remnant when they process is the white. And so if you use the molasses, even if it meets oil, it doesn't result in diabetes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is the advice. Now, when somebody is having the diabetes already, the food, the lifestyle changes. All the food containing, we call it carbohydrates, containing the starchy, contents, that's transforms into sugar in the system. And it is common knowledge. I know most people know it. But then, if you are eating it in combination, not with oil, but with things like vegetables
Yeah.
and so on, then it will also help you to fight off diabetes. Yes.
So if I eat rice, vegetables, banku vegetables,
Yeah.
let's say wachi vegetables,
Yeah.
it will help me fight diabetes.
Yes, yes. But then we have what we call complex carbohydrates. Say some of the carbohydrates, the other things we find in vegetables is mixed with it by nature. Nature has mixed it.
Already makes that.
So instead of you taking the carbohydrate and taking vegetables, we have certain vegetables, the carbohydrate is inside it. Nature
Okay.
has mixed it with the other ingredients of vegetables. Example is the beans.
Okay.
Beans like this, they also have carbohydrates, but it's complex. Complex means it's just in complete mixture with other substances. So it doesn't go direct to change into sugar. You see, it's like when you dilute something, its function is slowed down. So when the things in the vegetables come together with the carbohydrate, mix with it, then it slows down the carbohydrate from changing into sugar so quickly.
Okay.
Some will be changing into sugar, but it's slowed down. It doesn't go direct changing into sugar, you see. And in this way, even it can be part of the preventive practice.
Practices. Okay.
You see. So whatever food you are taking, which is carbohydrate, there should be a lot of vegetables that will mix with it so that it slows down the changing of the carbohydrate into sugar.
Okay.
You see, when it is like that, you getting diabetes will be a distant topic.
Oh, okay.
Because your lifestyle doesn't make it something that is going to happen so soon to you. No. So,
And I think with the vegetables too, we shouldn't overcook them.
sure.
Even if you cook, we should steam them so that we doesn't lose the enzyme.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. See, the complexity in this generation is that the vegetables sometimes a lot of chemicals people use. They spray on it and they put some in the soil, artificial fertilizer, and all those kind of things. So the vegetables are not 100% natural, you see, but there is a saying, half a loaf of bread is better than none. So the vegetables in that condition are much better than none at all.
Yeah, okay.
But then our lifestyle, we can still improve the situation even when chemicals are on it. You can soak them in some vinegar.
Okay.
lemon juice, salt,
Salt solution, yeah.
they all
I
help
understand. Salt
in
solution, okay.
absorbing
The toxins.
the toxins.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Right, doctor. The way we are going, if you don't take care, we didn't have enough time to
yeah,
complete
okay.
the lesson. So let's look at other symptoms.
Ailments, okay.
We have BP, kidney and liver disorders. Let's combine these three together. Pressure, liver and kidney disorders. In this generation, a lot of the youth are having these basic ailments, which I thought was supposed to be for the elderly. What do you have to say about it?
Yes.
Prevention, cure.
Yes. The principal thing I want people listening to understand about these organs you have mentioned. You see, BP concerns the heart. Okay. Then we have the liver, we have the kidneys. These three, very, very powerful. The central one is the heart. So the other two, they function like polarities. I've always mentioned that we have spirit, then we have internal, then we have external. Okay. So the external, internal are
Polars.
they are opposites.
Okay.
So in fact, the liver and the kidneys are functioning like that.
Opposites.
And then the spirit in that sense is the heart.
Wow.
You see, so the heart is placed on top. It's almost like triangular, you see. So this one goes to the liver, then this one goes to the kidney. They are connected like this. And the three of them together, they are something we need to look carefully at. Okay. In the first place, the heart being the center, it never rests. Since we were born till the time, the number of breaths that are given you or finish, it has to continue working till the end. For the others, the liver and the kidneys, it depends on the work they are doing. If sometimes the load of work is increased, they also increase working. And they reduce when the load is less. Okay. But for heart, it is always to be working non-stop. Whilst the others can have a break if there isn't much to work on. For example, if a person is fasting so much and there isn't any food in the system or so on, and there's first of all it will burn the toxic. Now when all the toxic is burned, liver will be relieved and will relax. Kidney will also relax, but heart never. It has to be always working. Now, the thing is this. Since the heart is the center and is affecting everything and has to be working continuously, the others, they shouldn't interfere with its work.
The heart.
The heart. The liver, the duty of the liver is to actually cleanse the blood, take the toxic out of the blood. Now, after taking the toxic out of the blood, before it sends the clean blood to the heart. So, heart will pump it with the nutrients and other things to the other parts of the body to provide energy, provide nutrients to every part of the body. Now, If the liver fails to do its work properly, if the liver has a challenge and is not able to cleanse the blood, then there is interference because unclean blood will come to the heart. But heart should not be disturbed. Why? Because everything depends on it. Everything. And its work, it has been made in such a way that it has to work non-stop. Even when you go to sleep, your brain, your every part, they all slow down, but your heart is continuing. It continues, it keeps beating. So heart should not be disturbed at all. Now, the BP, the word BP, blood pressure, what it means is, as the heart is pumping the blood, if you bring unclean blood to the heart, it will complain. So the way it is beating will change. If it's beating at a certain rate, it senses, no, I don't want to supply unclean blood. So why you are bringing me unclean blood to supply? You see? And because of that, it reacts. That is one. Now, again, sometimes our blood becomes very thick. If it becomes thick, then we can get a condition called anemia. Then when the blood should be light to some level, it functions well for the heart to pump. But when it becomes very thick, then the heart has to exert extra force to push it to go because it's heavier. And it is that extra force we call pressure. So heart pressure or blood pressure, it means that blood has become very thick. And if something you are pushing is becoming heavier, then you need more force. So you put pressure on the heart. So sometimes mere drinking of water may even slow down that situation. You see, one has to know the cause for the pressure on the heart. It may be the liver not doing its work to cleanse the blood, and unclean blood is reaching the heart, and the heart is reacting. That is one. Then the second is, sometimes the blood is simply it is heavy, thick. And if you are getting dehydrated more and more in your system, then BP will rise because the heart is just doing that work, distributing the blood. It has to circulate. But if it cannot circulate properly, then there is a challenge. And the heart picks the challenge, that trying to push it. And once it does like that, we say BP. Now, the BP has gone high, you see. In this situation, ignorant person, maybe the blood is just thick and it's happening like that. And the ignorant person, he has a BP and he says, the witches will not allow me to live. The witches and the demons. It's not a demon, it's not a witch. You see, simply your blood is thick. And when it is like that, you drink some water, it will come down. If the acidity in your blood goes very high, higher than normal, that also the heart will react. You see, so certain diets bring about acidity, more acidity. You see, and one has to have knowledge of these things, very simple things happening to you, and you make it all complex, you know. So sometimes people will go somewhere, my child is sick, or I'm sick, and they go and put something on your hand, or they do something here and there. Simple thing happening which has to be solved, they make it complex. You see, sometimes things like salt, I've always talked about the lifestyle of moderation. People take plenty salt and they will put, and once you are putting like this, so much salt, the salt has a tendency of the route through which the heart is pumping, the arteries is pumping the blood to pass through. They have a tendency of closing up when there's too much salt. You see, so the space for the heart to pump the thing through is becoming smaller. When it's becoming smaller, then the blood is pushing on the heart. It pushes and it's coming on the heart. The heart is also pushing. So the heart will push more. And then it's pressure. The pressure has gone high. See, and you stop taking the salt like that, and it comes down. Just lifestyle changes. We overdo everything.
So salt is
No, it's an example I'm giving. Yes, salt is also.
But salt is good.
It has
if you are
its good side.
using
Yes.
it normal in a
Yes,
normal
yes,
sense, salt
yes.
is
It's
not
just
bad.
like medication. Sometimes medication, you are told this dosage. The dosage will do something good. Now you bypass this dosage, maybe you double it, and you take its poison. It becomes toxic. So salt, a certain quantity, just a little bit in your diet is okay. But we want to put, you see, and our mind is not there. We are not vigilant about what we are doing. Well, we need to be vigilant about that. If you want your heart from A to Z, it will continue to beat until your breath has to end, because you have a certain number of breaths. So as it will beat until that time, don't give it problems, because if you give it problems, then your overall mechanism will come to a halt. You can't do many things. Your heart, your pressure rises very high, you become dizzy, you become weak, and all that. You can't even play your role in the drama. You see, so if you don't allow your heart to play its role, it won't also allow you to do what you are here to do.
Wow.
You see, it has its role to play. Allow it to play, simply that. And once you allow it, that allows you to also play your role externally. Yeah. So
finally, on these few organs, what should we do? Let's say if somebody is having an issue with the organs,
yes,
liver, heart, and
yes. If
kidney.
you have the ailment already, see, the lifestyle changes I mentioned is like preventive. But this generation, something is going on. People, they don't follow the lifestyle that is preventive. A little bit, let's say 10% preventive in their lives. And then 90% things that will bring ailment. You see? Now, if you turn it around so that preventive is 90%, and anything that can bring ailment is 10%.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So medication should not be norms.
Say it again. You said medication should not be norms.
Yes. You see, when we live our lifestyle in such a way that the preventive is 10% and that which bring ailment is 90%, then we rely on medication, and that becomes a norm because we keep that percentage as a norm. You keep the percentage that things which bring ailment is your lifestyle. So it becomes your norm. Therefore, medication also becomes your norm. You see, like they are all normal. No. No. So lifestyle should change so that there shouldn't even be the need of medication. True.
Wow,
You
Jan
see?
Cosmic Foundation. We've not done with the interview yet, but I've learned so much within this few minutes. Dr. Jan, continue.
Yeah. So the truth is that prevention has become the main subject that I'm carrying. When we come to spirituality, spirituality allows your spirit energy, which is high, to express itself. And that one we say you have become spiritual. The word spiritual is misused, you see. So people will live unnatural lifestyle and be sick, and they are talking of being spiritual. No, spiritual is not an external thing. So it's not something you add to yourself to be spiritual. So whatever we add to ourselves and we say we have become spiritual is illusion, is fake, it's untrue. Spiritual, spirit, we have added things like not ourselves. So it's like a mask, it's a covering. So pushing it off, clearing the way for spirit to express itself.
So that's why you are teaching the prayer. You should let go.
Yes.
Let go.
Yes.
Not adding more stuff.
No. So spirituality, you arrive at it by letting go some things. It's not by adding things. So it's unfortunate. The deviation is that spiritual is something you get from outside and become spiritual. So we do some things to our bodies from external, and we may drink something, and we may add something, put some things on ourselves. This person is very spiritual. It's not. It has nothing to do with spiritual. Even our Asians, they will put a whole lot of things you call juju, all these other things, and then people look at them. It's very spiritual. That is not spiritual. You see, it's not spiritual. You see, all things you add to yourself never make you spiritual. But what it makes the person is this: the person becomes dependent on supports, but he's weak. The one holding all those things upon the self is using them as supports because he's weak. But if you remove all these things and cut off internally from blockages, then your spirituality is genuine. Then the spirit expresses itself. That is genuine spirituality. So these things, people have to wake up.
Doctor, shortly, arthritis, very short. Arthritis. How do we prevent ourselves from getting arthritis?
Yes. First of all, I mentioned that common to all amen, there is one thing. Yeah. So with things like arthritis, rheumatism, gout, and all those kind of things, you know.
Including waist pain. Because that's what those you are selling that herbal and traditional medicine, that is what they hammer on most. Waist pains, sexually transmitted diseases, and the rest.
Yeah.
Doctor, can you help us with the prevention of some of these things?
Yes.
Arthritis, the pains at the joints, and the rest.
In the previous lessons, I mentioned that one cannot experience anything in the body as ailment if there isn't anything that resonates with it in the internal side.
Sure.
So if you have problem in your body, you also have problem in your internal side. So the secret is simple, that it is the internal that gave birth to the external. Spirit gave birth to mind, which is internal, and internal gave birth to external. So anything you see external, which is a problem, it's rooted in the internal.
Okay.
So if you are able to live your lifestyle in such a way that you eliminate all those things in the internal, which when it manifests, it will come as ailments. So if you clear it from here, within a short time, this will
The outside will also be cleared.
will clear.
Wow.
And once it clears, it's permanent. It's not a type of treatment external. Treatment external is just like pressing down the symptoms, and sometimes you try to clear it, and
It will come
because
back.
it is rooted inside, it comes back again. You see, but
Generally, we should tackle things from
from
the
inside.
internal. Okay.
The example is like this. Sometimes we are so carefree, we don't really know what this life is about. When you are holding something like, let's say, jealousy, or you can't forgive somebody because it did like this, it did like that, and you are really
You're holding on to that.
something deep inside. That is a recipe for ailment. You see, it's the root of some ailment to come. When the seed develops roots, then it is getting ready to germinate. When the seed hasn't developed roots, then it doesn't germinate. Most of the time, it begins with rooting. It shoots a root, then it's germinating. Sometimes simultaneously, it happens that way. But the root is the cause, because there things will come and continue the growth of the plant. So the same way, things will continue here, because if it is somebody you hate, the hatred is your sickness. And people don't know.
So how can you implant in, let's say, as you were talking about the jealousy, I've planted jealousy inside, it's taking roots coming up, but I want to reverse it. How do I go back again to the internal to reverse the jealousy into maybe love or something like that, friendship?
Yes. If you have the thermometer, you have a mercury inside the thermometer. So when the temperature is high, the mercury will go up. When the temperature is low, the mercury will come down. So there is something, and that thing is heat. It is the heat that makes the mercury go up. It is the same heat, if it is reduced, withdrawn, then the mercury comes down. So there is something that actually makes our anxiety to go up, our fear to go up, our anger to go up. And when that thing is withdrawn, then these things also come down. Our jealousy goes up. There is something that makes it go up. If you withdraw that thing, then it comes down. You see, and what is that thing? You see, that makes these things go up. And then if you withdraw, then you withdraw it, then it comes down. The basic human challenge is the feeling of separateness.
Feeling of separateness.
Separateness.
That is what makes this thing go up.
Yes. See, the thing is, the other person's, the deep side of you is united with them. So, like you are here, my spirit and your spirit, it gets to a point we can't say two spirits because my spirit, your spirit, they are in universal spirit.
Okay.
You see, like you are a pot, I'm a pot, this body, and the spirit is the water in it, and you too, water in it, and we are all inside the ocean or inside the pond or water. So water is inside my pot, water is inside your pot. Clear the pot away and water, isn't it? It's just one presence.
So
So
separation.
once I say my pot, your pot, that the pot is me, and the water is speaking. Oh, the water in the pot is speaking. It says the pot is me, and I am a yellow pot. You are white pot, black pot. This blah blah blah.
Bringing separation.
That is the false identity. See, so the more we hold false identity, the more we suffer. So, truly speaking, our suffering is proportional to our false identity. So, if you get the understanding, then you cannot be jealous. You cannot be angry with another. You cannot be hateful to another. You see, all these things, they are when you have bypassed your reality. That is where you involve in all these things, and it will result in ailments.
Okay.
You see, it will result.
Doctor, we don't have much time. I wanted us to look at
Yes,
some
okay.
other way, but you've tackled the general of everything. But I want us to look at one or two few specifics, then we go.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoid, prolapse, and digestive issues. There are a lot of issues related to cocoa in Ghana. As I was saying, those are what the herbalists they hammer on. Just even last week, I was traveling with the bus, and one guy, he was selling some of the drugs. He looked at my face. He said, "I had some this thing here, so I'm having cocoa. So I should come and buy some of his medicine." And those in the car, they were laughing at me and the whole lot. Doctor, what is cocoa? Hemorrhoid.
Yes.
What is hemorrhoid?
Yes.
And how to prevent it? It's a very common disease, and including other digestive issues.
Yes.
How do you solve those things?
Yes. You see, when you ask these questions, normally the answers are just on the biological situation of the body and then all these other things. Yeah. But I've always been going beyond that.
Should tackle from inside.
Yes, because all the ailments point to something you are storing.
Okay.
So when people are living in a certain area, like let's say in the tropics or in Ghana, there are, or even in a tribe or in any setup, the people have certain common things happening to them. You see, if you find some people somewhere in the world and they are doing things and they may have their own challenges, but when it comes to unity, like let us do this together, they are not jealous of each other. They see this one succeeding, they praise, and so on and so forth. Certain ailments are cut off from those people.
Those community.
Yes, because they don't have jealousy. Jealousy has its connections of ailments. So those people will never have those particular ailments which are connected to jealousy. Then in another setting, you have people always living, they are very temperamental all the time, anger, anger, anger. And you study them, there will be particular ailments that those people end up with. You see, so any human setup, there will be certain emotions we store, and others in another setup don't store that because it's not their way of life. Those things are not part of it. So those people will not have certain ailments that others have. You see, so when we don't go deeper like this, we only talk on the surface that this thing happened. That, for example,
Science.
Mosquitoes bit you and you are having malaria and so on. But the truth is this: if there is no toxicity in your body, no toxic in your body at all, let mosquitoes bite you like anything.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen to you. But when a little toxic shows anywhere, sickness will manifest right now. You see. So internal things like this, the toxicity also came about. Why? From where? Because your metabolism is impeded by your emotions. The metabolism means things are working out, digestion, this and that. But if you are angry, your digestion is affected. If you are sad, this is affected, that is affected. So all that we go through, stress, you are at work, you are stressing, so many things are happening internally, and it brings about a lot of toxic in the system because your metabolism will not be efficient. Metabolism is in two categories. We have catabolism and anabolism. I think I've taught this before.
Yes.
The anabolism means that which is creating positive, you see. Then catabolism means destructive. So these two forces, if you are living your lifestyle in such a way that you are storing a lot of emotions, then the catabolism, the destructive force, will go up and it falls below the anabolism. And then toxic will form in the body. And once the toxic forms in the body, it blocks the flow of spiritual energy. And then because of that, anything can start happening to you. And when these things are happening to you, we are only seeking external causes. You see, so when you say this ailment, that ailment, people want to explain that something external like this and that. But internal factors we bypass.
Okay.
But I'm here to teach the real cause a real cause of human tragedy that we call ailment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you're still watching Jan Cosmic Foundation. We are talking about the second edition of healing. And before, Doctor, you will wrap up. Surely, I know we shouldn't look at just symptoms outside.
Yeah.
We should look at things in the internal, right?
Yeah.
And it's applicable to all ailments
Yeah.
and diseases, right? All right. So now I'll give the time to Dr. Baffour Jan, just to feel free and say anything about healing. Maybe Great Spirit is giving him something special for you. So I wouldn't like to interfere from now going. This is the time for Dr. Baffour Jan, and no manipulations, nothing like that, just from Great Spirit. Doctor, the floor is open for you.
Okay. Yeah. Whenever in the past, the Great Spirit functioning through someone like the Christ, whenever he healed a person, he would tell the person, go but sin no more. But there is so much deviation, misunderstanding about what is sin. See, so anytime you are storing negative emotions, it means you have become so selfish. Everything connecting to others, you see others as others. You see, that is why always the instruction is your neighbor, love your neighbor as what? As yourself. You see, and when you are in this drama, it can be said like that, as yourself. But in truth, there isn't even another. It's just you.
Okay.
Deeply, it's just you. And therefore, healing, the healing process becomes easier when we are very forgiving. Somebody is lying on the hospital bed or sick bed or whatever we call it. He needs healing. And things passing through the mind is thinking of that person. If I get well, if I get well,
You let me go to church and come.
so with all that, it's ignorant because the person doesn't know it is those kind of things which have made him sick. You see? So if you can let go of all these things, the external things we call treatment, there is a difference between treatment and healing. Healing is from inside. Treatment is from outside. You see? So if the cause is inside, then what we need is healing, not treatment. Treatment is a deviation because when we can't heal, that means we are not connected with the healing process. Then we battle externally to solve it. And any solution from outside, it is what I will call, what word to use? It's like always I say, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You think you have solved here, then you have a problem the other side. You think you have solved here, then you have a problem the other side. And external, that is what it does. You never solve anything externally. But when you heal from inside, then it is solved. And if the healing is from inside, then that is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. That is why the healing takes place from inside. It is not outside. Outside is effect of the inside, which is the cause. Beloved brothers and sisters, if we understand these things, it helps us to live a life that is different, free from ailments. If you're already sick, start this approach. It's not a matter of all these external things, medication is not normal. Medication means you have deviated from natural. You have deviated from normal. So you go with that which is not normal to try to solve it. But let's go into ourselves. Let go many things and also appreciate others. If you are sick, try to do something for another sick person. Maybe even more sick than you. Yes. And that will break the law. The law is what? The law is that spirit is one. So the other is you. So you are sick. Somebody is more sick. Care for that person and see what happens to your own. The law will confirm that you did it to yourself, so you will also be healed. But there are those who are sick and they are cursing others. In your sick bed, you are cursing others. You don't want to be healed. You don't want to be healed. Somebody is sick and other people come around and the comments and they draw the person's mind onto things he has to hate. Do you know this your sickness? Don't you think is that your brother? Is that's old lady? And that land matter? So they connect and you begin to worry. And the worry is adding to your sickness. Because worry has its symptoms. It will also affect particular organs. It will block your digestion because you are getting better and better through the healing from inside. Then you work against it because somebody came to say something. So those of you who visit the sick, you are part of the problem or the solution. You are part of the problem or you are part of the solution. If you help the person to lift the things he has stored, he or she has stored, you are healing the person. You see. But if you remind the person of this and that, and you try to bring new topics, things happening, that's sick person lying down, you come and tell the person, you know, your cocoa farm is on fire. You are killing the person. You are killing the person because the emotion will rise, and emotion rising means sickness rising. Just understand. Lastly, let us be practical. Let us be practical. If somebody, we can get a nurse holding the other gadgets to test the pulse, the BP to be tested, all the different things to be tested, the immunity to be tested. Now, after that, let's just, it's like a prank or something. Then we let somebody call the person's phone and break a terrible news. The thing on his heart or her heart, maybe his business, his shop, has bent down. It, and after that, let them test the BP, let them test all the things. They have gone up. They have jammed up. He's sick more.
So that's
see,
the practicality of what you're
yes,
saying.
this will tell you that the internal things are causing the external things. And we don't look there. So we let the internal grip us so much negatively. And then we want to be well. See, so most of the people who come with health challenges to me, initially, the person themselves, some of them are thinking they have to have something external. Because that is what the deviation, that is what they are used to. See, so sometimes if there is water or there is medicine, to me, infusing it with some energy, which will help internally to clear up some things from the person. That is what I do. It's not that external thing is nothing to me. It's nothing to me.
But that's where our focus
That is, yes. I wouldn't use it if it is not their focus. You see? If a person understands the truth, you can simply send energy and it's receptive. That is what we call faith. Faith means receptive. So if it's receptive, it means he understands.
You approach him differently than somebody who is ignorant.
Yes.
Okay.
But those in deviation and ignorance and living with the system where only external things, they come and it's, you didn't give me anything.
You have to give the person something.
Of course, we give some things that it will be easier for higher energy to enter. And sometimes it's just water. You see?
Wow.
You see? And even water, when it is in a certain condition, then it absorbs high frequency more than in a certain condition.
Okay.
You see? If it is too acidic, it will not accept much. Okay. And it shouldn't be in any extreme. It has to be balanced. Acidity, alkalinity, in such a balanced state, and then transmit spiritual energy. And it enters. And it will do internal work. That is healing. Okay. So, beloved brothers and sisters, this is a topic. You don't ask me these things, so I will only be talking about external things. You mix this with this, you mix that with that.
Okay.
If I will mention settings, it's because some of them transmit spiritual energy better than others.
Okay. Okay.
So if I see something that is able to transmit some spiritual energy, then I'll say, oh, take this, use this.
Okay. 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 Let's leave it here. Okay, I'm actually short of words. But remember, Jan Cosmic Foundation will inspire you to evolve rapidly towards self-realization. Thank you very much once again, Dr. Jan. Thank you to the media crew, everybody. Thank you for watching. See you next week.